Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Every time I think about it, y'all know we were on Monday through Friday for so long, and now we're on Tuesday through Friday. So hopefully that day, that Monday, that magnificent Monday, you are getting yourself ready and prepared to come on here Tuesday morning for this blast of empowerment, for this
Yes.
charge to your life. Before we even move forward into that, let's go back and give a happy belated birthday shout out to our girl Regina Hud, baby, because she celebrated
Yes.
over the weekend. And
Yes,
y'all know,
yes.
honey, when a queen is born, she has to celebrate. And I'm telling you, Regina said it was absolutely
There was time,
fabulous.
Angela, was it not? Because you know how normally how I am, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And I said, you know what? No, enough is enough.
Come on,
Enough
Regina.
is
Enough is
enough.
enough. Yes. You
Before
got
you
to
know it, I'm going to
celebrate.
happen like me. My birthday's tomorrow. My birthday's tomorrow. My birthday's tomorrow. Yeah, let's do it. She's going to be like, okay, what happened to me? I used to be real secretive of when my birthday. Next year, she's going to be coming out blasting the whole world.
Listen, I'm telling you, hey, Tanya, hey, Miss Farika, Miss Phyllis, thank y'all so much for joining us this morning. This is the thing, and Tanya said happy belated birthday. This
Thank
is the
you.
Yeah.
thing, if y'all noticed the transformation for all of us from the time we started until now. Miss Phyllis said,
Yeah.
happy, blessed birthday, Regina.
Thank you, baby.
This is the thing. You can see the transformation. Good morning,
Oh,
Cynthia. You
yeah.
can see the growth. You can see how we are stepping into the things and who God called us to be. And I was just praying ahead of time and saying, God, keep us in your will. Keep us
Yes.
in your presence. Keep your hand on us. Keep breathing on us. Don't ever let us be outside of where you are. No matter what's going on in the world today, no matter what is happening, we can't get so distracted by all of that we forget to stay in
In the bullet.
alignment with God's will.
Yes, and I'm gonna go back to Regina. Like who Regina is now. Like I know all of us, but I just want to tag on Regina.
Mhm.
Who Regina is now is locked and loaded. Like she was already locked and loaded, but now she has the glow. You can see the
Yes.
glow in her. You can see the. I don't care what you have to say. This is who I am, and oh well, this is how we doing it. And it's so beautiful to
Yes.
see God do what he does. So this birthday is totally different than last year.
Yes. Yes.
The
That's
look
why
is
it was
Little
different.
different.
Pat.
And
The whole
let me tell you
everything.
what I did. You know what I did? I knew the moment of June 1st that I was going to be transformation and growth for the whole month. I was working on me with that whole month up until that day.
Yes.
And on that day,
Yes.
I had
That's
already
what it's
accomplished
about.
what I wanted to write off before my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
But I
That's
ended it.
beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So I
but
did
being
everything I wanted.
intentional. It's the
Yeah.
attitude of being intentional about life. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
today I want to kind of go back to what Regina talked about last week. And I was talking to a good friend of mine, and so she was saying that we were talking about moving forward, and she had the same mentality of Regina about, just transforming. And she said, because it's time for me to get out of survival mode.
Yes.
And,
Mm.
I wanted to revisit because we talked last week about thriving, and becoming who you are and being intentional about it. And what I realize is that I think survival mode is something we're all just so familiar with. It's the
Yes.
place where you're doing just enough to make it, but not
Just
enough to
enough.
really live. And I love what Regina said is that I got rid of some things. I got specific so that I could enjoy this birthday because I'm
Yeah.
normally not celebrating myself. I'm
Right.
Mm-hmm.
normally not going all in and say, God, yes, we say, God, thank you for another birthday, but
Right.
it's a difference in saying that when you're surviving and
Mhm.
saying that when you are in thrive mode, when
Right.
Yeah.
you are, when you're becoming a bad, when you're a bad
When you
mamma
come in
jamma,
that
baby,
that
when,
butterfly.
hey, when you get
Have we
to a
been
place
talking
where
about
you
that,
are
sis?
transitioning.
Yes.
A moth or a butterfly?
Which
Right.
one?
What are
Which
you
one?
doing?
And
What
we
are
have
you
it. That's
doing?
the beautiful thing about it. You have a choice.
Right.
You have a choice of which way are you gonna go. Moth, I mean, look at it. It's already, it looks like, oh, poor poo poo cuckoo. It looks
It looked like you want to kill it. It looked,
yes.
like you want to take it down. Reverend Pat said, I still remember the first time that I interviewed live on Facebook. You could see her beautiful spirit then. She's definitely even more powerful now. Hey,
Yes.
I said, yes. Good morning, Shannon, and happy birthday, Regina.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah, she definitely been eating them good old Cheerios.
Baby, let me tell you something. What's Diana Ross's song that Sparkle Love? I'm coming out.
I'm
I'm
coming
I'm
out.
coming
I'm
out.
coming
I
out
want the world
spirit.
to know I'm coming out. Since the world knew I went through survival, I want the
Mhm.
world to know that
I'm
I'm
coming
coming
out.
out. Like
I'm
don't look
coming
at
out.
anything that I'm in now. Even in my good seasons, where I'm powerful at.
There you
Don't
go.
even get used to that one because God is still pouring more the same way he's pouring more on the weakness where I'm a moth at. He's pouring on that. So you can't get comfortable of where you think people are. Because
You
just
cannot
in the morning, just
Yeah.
suddenly, just like
get
that, just like that, like God can change it
And that's
just
like you,
like that.
Sparkle. You're in the butterfly mode right now. Okay, we just talked.
Yes. And Cynthia
Literally in
Lewis
the
is too.
butterfly.
I
Cynthia
would
Lewis
take the
is too.
butterfly because that darn moth, oh my gosh, that
Okay.
moth, it tried to
And
take
because
me
the moth
out.
typically comes out at night. The moth typically comes out when it feels like nobody can really see it.
Exactly.
The butterfly is like, baby, you're gonna get all of this beauty and brilliance. You're gonna get all of this sparkle and shine. You're gonna
There
get
you
all
go.
of this. So what we want you to know, and that's why we want to revisit it, because in this season, in this time, and go check out Reverend Pat, because I'm telling y'all, she is
Yes.
reinforcing building who you are. But it's time to break free, y'all. It's time to heal. It's time to thrive. So I want to go back and kind of let's touch base a little bit on what is survival mode. Because a lot of times we don't think about it, but it's when you operate in fight, flight, or freeze.
That's
Think about
good.
that. And that's emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You're operating in I gotta fight my way through, I gotta take off and flight, I'm running from something, or I just freeze and don't know which way to go.
Don't know which way to go.
Or or it's operating in hyper productivity, constant busyness, and emotional numbness.
That's
Things
good.
happen and you just don't have you just what Sparkle said last week, I don't care. Yes, you do. You care.
Yes, you do.
But
Yes,
you
you
want to
do.
be emotionally numb because you're operating in survival.
Because
Right.
of
Sometimes
all those
we've been hurt.
disappointments.
Right.
So
Yes.
that I know it's not gonna happen to me. I know every
Oh
time it
gosh,
never
I
comes through
cannot
for me.
stand that when they set the
Me
person. Oh, it ain't
either,
gonna happen.
Regina.
No, it's not gonna. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you already defeated? Shut your mouth.
Yes.
Come on,
As much as
Preston, those
Jesus went
words.
through, and you got a nerve to say it's not gonna happen for me. When
I'm
Jesus
trying
went
to
on
eat
that
out here. You're gonna
cross,
listen. I'm hungry. Okay, I'm trying to eat out here, and a person like that can make you starve. You gonna eat or you gonna starve? Either one.
Listen, fight, flight, and freeze. That is the when you're in survival mode, you're thinking of those three things all the time.
mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is too, and let's just keep it real. You're in that because it's a protective state for you.
Yep.
And sometimes it's necessary for a season, but baby, we cannot make that
Not
a
for a life,
lifestyle.
no.
It cannot be a lifestyle. Sometimes you do get in situations where you need to protect your heart because
Mm-hmm.
you've been hurt. You felt like somebody was going to be there for you and they were not. People were out here thinking they're celebrating you and they're talking about you behind your back. You think you're getting ready to get promoted, and in the opposite end, they're getting ready to figure out an exit strategy for you. You think that so many things are going on, and it puts you in a protective state. You put a wall up because you're trying to protect yourself. But some of us have been in there one season too many,
Amen.
two seasons too
Expiration.
long.
It's expired. Just like that milk.
Yes,
It stinks. It's rotting. That milk is spoiled. And you still drinking on that spoiled milk. Because like you said, we do have a season that we in the house. We on our knees. We're not that we're not on our knees when we get out, but we are at a seeking God for his
Exactly.
direction, his guidance. So I can't hear what you gotta say. My ears are right now in
Yeah, they're
a
gated.
protected mode
They got to be gated.
because
yes,
you don't know what's really what God has me going through right now. Going through, not that I'm in. I'm going through it. I'm going through the fire. So why I'm going through, my ear, my mouth, my eyes, I can't smell that rottenness. Because what it does, those senses are real, y'all. Y'all think
yes,
God just created senses just for a reason? No. Touch, feel, smell, see, hear. Those are all real. And if they get in the gate, the enemy comes to kill, steal, and
Steal and
destroy.
destroy.
And he doesn't care or which way or she, because it's he and she's and it's that works for the enemy. He don't care who you are. As long as you're on board with him. And when they come in through those gates, they take over. They come to take over.
Right.
period. That's
That's their
why when
job.
you're in survival mode, we got to concentrate on shifting our mindset. And
Mm-hmm.
number one, you've got to think every single day, I deserve more than just making it through the day.
Right.
I
I
deserve
deserve
more
more.
than just making it through the day. You're not here to cope with what happens to you. God, we are creators. God created
You
us
gotta
to be
live.
creative
You
beings,
gotta live.
to get out here and live, to create the life that you want. So you got to understand and shift your mindset into knowing that I deserve more than just making it through the day. I enjoy it. I am built to enjoy this day. I
Yeah.
am built to thrive
Yes.
in this day. I am built to know that there is something inside of me that the world needs to be exposed to.
Yep.
But that means that you have to shift your mindset from being reactive to intentional living.
Exactly. And you know
Intentional.
what we've been saying from the beginning, from the very, 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 very beginning, that we came to dominate.
Yes, to
And
elevate and
I do.
dominate
I don't need
anywhere.
just Murfreesboro to know who Sparkle Tanika Osborne is. I
Exactly.
need the whole universe to know who Sparkle Tanika Osborne is, because God put me here for a purpose. Like, we have to always understand that we have a purpose.
Yes.
Even while we're going through, we still have a purpose in the go through.
But tell them, Sparkle, wherever you show up, that's who you are. So they get you live. Whoever comes in contact gets you
Yes.
actually live. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of
Yes.
times, people don't realize that when they meet you, that you're actually who you say you are.
Oh, absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Nobody thinks that this is how I live life. I live life on high, because that's how I have God has figured me out. Either she's gonna be high or she gonna be low. So I don't like her low. I don't like it either, God. So high is where I have to stay, because if I don't, the
Oh, and
enemy will come in. But it takes time to learning who you
you
are.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
didn't know I had to stay high all the time. I thought it was okay to come down. No, it's not. It's not okay to dim your light for anybody, anything, or any situation. I don't care what you're facing. You have to know I'm here for a purpose, and today On this day, God, you woke me up. But
Thank
since you
you.
woke me up, let's do this, God. Let's do this, God. The
Let's
only
do
thing
this.
I repeat, God never leave me nor forsake me. And he keep his promises
Hey, I say that all the
every
time too,
moment,
sis.
Yeah.
every second. It's only 8,810 promises, y'all. I keep reminding you of all these promises because it's only 7,710 of them that have your name directly
Yep.
on it.
That's
So
it.
it's nothing you can go through, it's nothing you can experience that God doesn't have a plan for.
And like Cynthia said, you are still learning yourself. And the
Every
reality
single
is
moment.
every single day, because when trauma hits you, when drama comes knocking on your door, a part of you shuts down and shifts out of character because
Right.
you're trying to react. Survival mode keeps you reactive. That's why you have the three things of fight, flight, and freeze, because you're
Exactly.
reacting to the situation. But the real you is somewhere hiding, like, oh my God, I don't know if I need to be me because they may not be able to handle me. Or let me get in the corner somewhere and be still because, every time I say something, they got something to say. So I'm just not going to say anything. You have to understand that thriving requires intention and clarity. Like
Yeah.
Regina said, before my birthday came, I knew it was some things I had to get
She
rid
knew.
of. I knew it was some things I had to let go of
Right.
because this new year, I'm not carrying all that weight. I've got to be intentional about how I show up, who I allow in my circle,
Right.
what I'm going to be connected to. Reverend Pat said, why would Jesus give up his life for you to live a life of abundance and keep you in survival mode? Thriving means I'm growing and I'm
I'm
flourishing. Keep that in mind. Flourish is the key word. When you're thriving, you're flourishing, you're growing,
you're
you're stepping
becoming.
into. And one thing I need y'all to understand, give yourself, and Regina says all the time, permission to rest.
Yes.
Permission to rest is permission to rise. When
Yep.
resting, we think sometimes it's being lazy. No, it's recharging yourself so that
Yep.
you can get prepared for the elevation. She said,
Yeah.
because I live abundantly every day
Me
because
Yes.
I
too,
have
Reverend
been
Paul.
gifted and inexhaustible supply of peace, joy,
Joy.
Yes.
grace, and mercy.
And
Come
then
Yes.
on,
on top of that, promises. Okay. Okay.
you
And
got to
it's a
know.
reminder. I'm building Sparkle for You. It's Sparkle for You is already built, but I'm coming flourishing it back out, right?
Mhm.
So I was meeting up with some vendors, and I was like, I haven't seen them in a long time. So I need my business license. I'm gonna have to reestablish. I walked in there and they was like, where have you been? Oh my gosh. Like, yes, I know who you are. Immediately, because this is what God reminded me immediately. Everywhere you go, they might not know your name, but they gonna remember who you are. And that was an example that I thought I haven't been with them in a while. I haven't.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna have to do this and do that. God was like, girl, you have established who you are, and
Yep.
maybe they don't remember Jack over there, but they gonna remember Sparkle. They gonna remember Sparkle. Like, these people were hugging me.
I, well, that's what I'm talking about. Now go on and give me the discount, baby.
Yes, and gave me back my discount. Like, you get a discount for as your inventory. As your inventory goes up, your discount goes. Gave
Exactly.
me my same discount like nothing ever happened. No time was
They're letting you
wasted.
know we missed you, we appreciated you, and you know what? Please come back now.
And Regina was
Yes,
like, "Oh, look at this, Sparkle."
confirmation.
It,
Confirmation. I'm gonna give you this insight from Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Sometimes we hustle because we don't trust that God has already made a way. So you out here hustling, you grinding, you getting it out of the mud, you're doing all these things, but God has already made a way. All you got to do is walk in. And when you walked in, they already knew who you were. They restored your discount. They did all those
they
things.
did
God
all
already created a
that.
way.
Like, y'all, I was in tears because it was just another reminder. Trust me, God. I mean, God telling me, trust me, daughter. You walk around
Right.
talking about, I believe God, I believe
Yes.
God, I believe God. I need you to believe me even with other people.
Yes.
I will give you
Period.
favor over people, favor over things like God has favored us. But it's a but in there. You have to do the responsibility of believing,
Yes.
trusting,
Yes.
even when it looks like crazy. I
Right.
don't got time to look through that flesh eye.
Right.
My regular eye, boy, it'll take me out. But that spiritual eye
Yes.
will
And
take me out of
develop it.
survival mode.
But you gotta develop it by spending time. Reverend Pat said, you better say that we don't have to hustle. We carry God's favor everywhere we go. She said, I'm considering
Everywhere
doing a
we go.
study of what the Sabbath means. God calls us to rest, not just on Sundays. That's the true meaning of Sabbath rest. I just confirmed it. Praise God. You got to understand another truth. Behold, Isaiah 43:19. Behold, I am doing a new thing.
Ooh.
God's not calling you to repeat the struggle, y'all. We keep on talking about struggle stories. He's not calling us to repeat the struggle. He's calling you to recognize the shift. There's a shift in the atmosphere. And as long as you stay, when he move, I move just like
Just like
that.
that.
I trust you. When you move, God, I move just like that because I need to stay in your will. I need to stay in alignment with the path that you've designed for me. Number one, you can't build legacy from a place of burnout.
Ooh, come on, Angela.
When you are
Come
burnt
on.
out, legacy is not coming from that. You
No.
can't pour from an empty cup. Fill yourself with the presence of the Lord. Fill yourself with people who are going to inspire you. I saw a reel the other day. I want to think it's with Kevin Hart, but he was like, get around winners, get around people who are doing things because they make you shift into doing things. You get into that current of that energy of saying, if they've been in businesses, well, wait a minute, I need to be doing me some businesses too. If they got a positive mindset and they believe God, I need to be
I need
around
to be
people who
around
do the
them.
same thing. If they lost their house and they still going on and living life and not stressed out and
I need to
overwhelmed,
be around
guess
them.
what? I need to be around people
Because
who let
that'll
me
rub
know
off.
you may have lost this, but that don't mean you can't get something else. I need to be around people who are going to have me on 55, 65,
Hello.
75, steady more elevating to
And
100
overdrive.
plus.
They on overdrive.
They
And
on
it's not the
overdrive.
overdrive that people thinking, well, I'm hustling and bustling and trying to get through. Overdrive is, okay, God, this is looking really not right. This is not right. So, God, give me my overdrive so I can look past what this is looking like. I'm telling you, when people mess with you or you feel like it's coming back, go tell God. Be a teller. Tell on them. Tell him they over here messing with me, God. We have that kind of power to go to our Father. When you was a kid, when things wasn't right, didn't you go tell your mom and daddy? Because you knew they was coming. If the school mess with you, they gonna call my mama. Call my mama. Calling my mama, call my daddy. Because that means when they show up, they better show out because you don't mess with their child. If your mama and daddy can feel like that, and all they did was an assignment, that's all they was
Right.
on assignment. You think the God that created you, that chose you, that handpicked you,
Come on, you better tell them because at the end of the day, when you're operating in survival mode, it's a response to trauma. But I need you to understand that it's not a reflection of your worth. Get into thrive mode so that you can see all the beautiful, amazing things God downloads things. You can be sleeping, wake up in the middle of the night with an idea. You could be riding around driving, looking out at
tell
everybody,
it.
at the trees and the grass and doing things, and you're like, oh my God just dropped this in my spirit. Brother Pat just said I need to do a devotion about what the Sabbath means, and this was confirmation. God drops and gives you something. Jesus said he will show up and show out
Every
on your
single
behalf.
time.
You got to understand that healing is a strategy. Heal for yourself. It's not a setback. It's a strategy for you to get to your next level. It's a strategy for you to overcome and be a thriver, for you to flourish in your life
Right.
so that when you're healthy, when you're well, other people around you who are experiencing setbacks, and it's survival mode. No, it's okay for me to come out too. If I'm with Sparkle and she's on 100 all the time, why am I sitting over here like Debbie Downer? Why am I sitting over here looking crazy all the time? No, snap out of that. Get yourself in a position where you say, you know what? I'm not going to keep sitting here being woe is me all the time. Let
Oh,
me figure out what I need to dust off and get myself
Yeah.
in position. I can't worry about we don't
Yep.
talk anymore. Guess what? I've got to keep on moving because there's other people out here who want to talk to me. If you
They
don't want to
do.
give
They desire to talk to you, but
the
you were so
desire to
caught
talk
up
to you,
in that mess that they like, nah, I can't even talk to her because she. But when you say get around people, you're having the all white affair this
right.
weekend, this coming up weekend. When we get together, we're gonna have a ball, regardless of where we're at, what we doing.
Oh yeah. Don't let us get
It's
together like
that
period.
actually together.
chemistry that's gonna
Period.
come. And then it's
Absolutely.
some people that's still looking at from the outside like, oh, it can't be that fun. It can't be that exciting. Come, join it. So with that dipper downer, just keep on telling you, oh, it ain't that fun. It ain't that hilarious. Come around, give it a chance. We got a chance. We got to take some jumps on people. Jump out and hang with some people that you never hung around, that you never been a part of. Jump out there. Go to that event. Go to that concert. Go to. You would be
And you
surprised
need to
what the
and meet
people
some
like.
people. Go by yourself sometimes so that you can meet some people. You never know what you think. Oh, well, they don't want to go, so I guess I miss out.
No, I'm
Why
not missing
you
out on
missed
nothing.
out? Because somebody else is missing out. And the
Right.
reality is, we've got to get into a place where you understand that you matter. You can talk about all these other initiatives, but bottom line, you
You matter.
matter. Rumpass said, if you can be around Sparkle, Tanika Osborne, and not be motivated, something is wrong with you.
Oh, thank
There's a
you. Thank
problem.
you, Reverend Pat.
And the
Thank
thing about it is that I love, it is so many people who say it don't take all of that. But Sparkle is living proof that I don't have to DM myself because you don't think it takes all of that. I'm going to be on 10 every single time. And if you don't feel like it takes all that, that's you missing
That's
out
you.
right. That's
on
on
the
you.
blessing. You missing out on the fun. You missing out on the good time. Sometimes run past it, you got to pop out and show them, honey.
Right.
Pop out and show them.
Right.
You got to speak and say, I release the need to survive and welcome the power to thrive. Let
Yeah,
that be your affirmation. I welcome the power to thrive.
I
Understand,
welcome.
I'm not my past. I'm God's promise. How many promises is it,
Yes.
Sparkle?
It's only 8,810 of them. And guess what? 7,710 of them have your name written on them. You can never use all those promises in one day. Like,
You
you
have
know
got
how many
to.
promises? And you, again, I'm going back to your parents. When they promised you something, I'm going to take you to Disney World, well, they are going to get on your nerves until they get to Disney World. They understand. You promised, mama. You promised. And Disney World might, that's okay. So let's take cheeseburger. You said I was gonna get a Happy Meal. You can tell your child when you drop them off from school, if you a good girl, if you're a good boy, I'm gonna get you a happy. I'm gonna take you to McDonald's. I'm gonna take you a Chick-fil-A. As soon as they get in the car, I was good today. I was good today. So do I get to go to Chick-fil-A? And your response is yes. That's a promise. A promise you gave your child that if you go in here and do what you're supposed to do act like you're supposed to act, in return, this is what you're going to get. So God is saying, if you go act like you're supposed to, believe me, trust me, and hold on to my promises,
Come on.
in return, I'm going to continue to bless you over and over and over and over because you're doing what I asked you to do. You keep on seeking me for direction. You keep on trusting me past what your understanding is. You keep on jumping when people say, why are you doing that? You keep on holding on to my promises. In return, Amos 9:13 through 15. Head swimming blessings. Before I can say thank you for one, here comes another one, and here comes another one, and here comes another one. That is how our life revolves. The ocean don't say, should I stop now because a storm just came? It just keep on going, keep on going. That's who God has called us to do. That's what he wants us to do. You keep doing your part. Trust him with your whole heart. Believe him. Believe him. Believe what the sacrifice was Jesus going on the cross.
And
Believe
like
it.
G said, he will show up and show out. Believe that. Let's close
Believe.
down on that because at the end of the day, excuse me, and I'm so sorry, Reverend Pat had another comment. That's so true. My grandsons would not let my daughter forget their Happy Meal. They get off the bus and stand by the car like, baby, you said, you
Let's
said,
go. Let's go.
you
Let's
said,
go. And you
and
can't be
that's what
like,
I
well,
believe.
I don't have the money. Well, you should have figured out before you
Hey,
told me that. You should have figured out your purse
that
before
that
you
is
told
none of
me.
my business. I'm believing what you said. Hey, I figured out because we're gonna get this today. You promised me, and we're gonna get it. That is where
Joy
we
comes in
are.
the morning.
Get out of survival mode, y'all. This is the
Yes.
time. And the thing about it is, the enemy wants you to stay there because it allows you to keep listening to what's going on in the world. Keep being in fear of what's getting ready to happen over here. Keep thinking the prices keep increasing. So, how are we going to survive? No, baby, we're not surviving nothing. We are thriving in every situation. I guarantee you, if you trust and believe in God, if something do pop off, guess what? It's going to work out in your favor. It's going to
It's
be
still
something
gonna
that's
work
going
out
to
for your
position
good.
you. It may blow up everything else around you, but you still going to be standing. That's the thought process
That's
you
the
need to have.
mindset.
I'm not surviving, baby. I'm thriving in any situation that comes
Any.
my way. I'm not going to be overwhelmed. I'm not going to be out here
No,
like Chicken Little running with my head cut
no.
off. I'm not going to be fearful and scared.
We're
I'm
the
not going to
eagle
do that.
that, hey,
And when I
we're
go
the
to
eagle
bed,
that
I'm gonna have
soars
sweet
above all.
sleep because that's what he said. Sweet sleep. When they
Absolutely.
was worrying about the when he was dying and the what in the story where
When
you
they was
didn't
in the
check.
boat and the boat was tossing
Yes,
back and forth and they were
yes.
seeing they was going
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
flipped out and he said, peace be
yeah.
still.
Peace be.
Same thing. As long as God is with you, baby, I don't care how much they rock and shoot a missile and do all the things.
Yeah.
You better
That's when you
understand
know,
that.
hey, you got to get that blood of the death angel to pass over your house.
Over you. They will pass over you. They
Yes.
like, how did the storm come through and wipe out this
Because you know
whole?
what? That the Bible is the truth. So don't think that wasn't going on there is not going on here. You see what I'm saying? You just
Exactly,
have to be
Regina.
prayerful and believe that you know what? That it will pass on over.
It
Yeah,
will pass over.
it
And it's
will.
so many times that you have seen destruction when hurricanes come. And it's a group of people who said it didn't come over
It
here. We
didn't even
heard
come
it.
over here.
We
But
took
I
Right.
live
shelter.
across the street from you. They like, but
And their stuff is devastated, but yours is okay. And that's where we are this morning. Good
Right.
morning, Tawanda. We are no longer operating in survival mode. This is the time to shift your mindset and declare that peace is my priority and joy is going to reside. Look, we're going to
And
reside
I'm living
where the joy
today.
is
I'm living today, not tomorrow and not in the past. I'm living today.
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 Because he said, this is the day that the Lord has made. He did his part. I already made this
I
day.
will
I
rejoice.
already made it possible. This
Yes.
is the day. And then he flipped it back on us like he always do. You must rejoice and be glad in it. It's your
Period.
choice.
Period. Period.
It's
And
your
today we're
choice.
flourishing and thriving from this day forward. Declare and decree from this day forward, I am thriving and I am flourishing
I'm
in
thriving and
life.
flourishing from this day
Point blank
forward.
period. Because I believe God. We
Because
out
I
of
believe
time,
God.
y'all. We are out of time. We got to get out of here. Reverend Pat is on sabbatical today. She'll be back tomorrow. But go back and catch some of the replays so that you can get your spirit geared up and ready and be intentional about living a life of thriving. We're no longer
Right.
doing survival, y'all. Bury survival and come out thriving. Come out kicking and
Go
screaming like
break it.
when babies come out, they come out kicking and screaming and crying and yelling. And
Yes.
we're saying, oh, I'm letting you know
Let
I'm
me out
here.
of here.
I am here. And I'm getting ready to enjoy this life that I've been blessed with. Enjoy your life and believe
Enjoy.
God. Because I believe God.
I believe God. Do you believe God? We believe God. We believe God. Have a blessed one. Enjoy this day.
Yes.
Love you.